This short video is going to be about internal listening or level 1 listening. It's a good follow-up to the previous video that explains the levels of listening. Level 1 listening is the most common type of listening that we all do when we're listening for information from the outside world or from others, and we're interpreting that in light of how it affects our situation. So for example, if I'm traveling and I'm reading signs and talking to people to get directions, if I'm asking someone for simple information and I need to collect that, this is very helpful. Level 1 listening also, it happens in all our regular conversations with friends and family quite often. The person we're speaking to will share some information, a story, a situation. We'll interpret that. We'll share a similar story, what we view as a solution, our opinion on that story, something like that. So I share a story that I had a tough day. You share a story. I know what tough days are like. I had a tough day today too. It's also where we do things like cheer people on, or, also it can be a place where we discount their feelings a little if we're not careful. Though these level 1 conversations are pretty normal, and they kind of come from a place of running through the jungle, wanting to hear where all the lions and tigers and bears are, being like, oh my, what should I do? We need this. It's normal. When you hear someone has a problem, it's a normal instinct to want to help them with it and tell them your solution, especially if you're a problem solver and you kind of relate to yourself that way. But it can become a problem. So if I'm sharing something really important to me and I'm not feeling so good about it, or I'm feeling challenged, or I'm feeling sad or happy, or any number of things, and I bring you that story, and the first thing I heard after I make one sentence, one statement about it, is that you already know everything about it and you'd like to tell me your solution for that. I might feel like you don't know the whole story and you're already presenting a solution. I might feel like you judge my reaction as good or bad. So for example, there's something we all do, which is kind of a silver lining thing. Man, I had a really hard day at work, or a hard week at work. Well, another day, another dollar. Well, we're on Wednesday, it's hump day, we're almost all the way through. So don't worry, don't feel that way. Don't feel that way. Now, I've been told, and maybe I feel like you haven't really listened to what I had to say, or maybe you don't care, when the reality might be that you're just following your instincts to present a solution or another story. And if I am experiencing something I need help with, or I need to move past, that level 1 listening might leave me feeling not heard. Like maybe you don't care to hear my whole story, or that you judge what I'm bringing in and you think I should feel differently. And that can leave us feeling a bit wanting in the conversation as the speaker. What we'd like to bring in to conversations that need to go a bit deeper, to deepen our relationships, is to take the focus just away from ourselves and what we just heard and what we think about it. Keep the focus on the other person. And that's when we move into level 2 listening, active listening, or empathic listening. So with level 1 listening, it's a very normal part of life. Don't beat yourself up if you find yourself doing it, but ask yourself, is there an opportunity for me to ask some questions and get curious about why they're sharing this, how they feel about it? Hypothetically speaking, what if this was different? Or maybe tell me more about what's happening so I know the whole picture. When you start to do that with people, they start to feel more safe sharing with you. They share more, and the whole conversation becomes deeper and more productive. So keep an eye out for how you're listening, or how people are listening to you. Bring some awareness to that. Check out the video on level 2 listening, empathic or active listening. And all of these videos are a really good idea of the kind of things we deal with in our interactive workshops.